Hi you guys. Happy Thursday. Oh, I have not done any vlogging this week because we got hit big time with some sickness. I think maybe the flu. So I was busy taking care of kids for several days. And we also had like a really stressful, it's been a really stressful week for our business. And sometimes when I'm really worried about something, I get very introverted and I don't feel like talking or sharing. So that's where I've been. I've been just trying to make it through the days. I started not feeling well a couple of days ago, so I know that I'm probably fighting whatever it was the kids had. But my immune system tends to be pretty strong, and so I don't succumb to it as easily, but I can feel that I'm fighting it. And then last night I came down with pink eye, and this eye, luckily I had eye drops in the cabinet. So I treated myself last night, but I ended up going to bed at 9 o'clock and sleeping all night. And when I got up, of course, my eye was all crusted and matted over. So I have very little eye makeup on, and of course I'm throwing out my contacts. So that's where I've been. We have also been heavily house hunting. We decided some things. So with the stressful work event, we kind of talked about what if we lowered our standards significantly as to what kind of house we need, and with the ultimate goal of decreasing significantly the amount of money that it takes to live, to run our business. We're investing a lot of money into running two businesses, one that is profitable and one that is not yet profitable. On top of that, we're paying extremely high rent costs. So telling them to give me just a minute to talk. So we talked about what would it look like if we significantly lowered our standard of living as far as our housing goes, and what if we went inland 30 to 40 minutes. So there would be a commute, of course, now to consider, and just a different market altogether. So we've been looking at properties. We actually found a property that it was in really bad shape. When I say bad, it was in bad shape. It was going to take a lot of renovations, but that's what we do. So we were pretty excited about this property. It had a pond. It had, I think it was 9 acres of land. It had a barn, and we were really thinking, this is it. This is the one we're gonna put an offer in. And so we contacted our agent and we said, I think we want to put an offer in. We want to get a home inspection to see, how bad the house is. It was pretty bad, but it had character. It had potential. And so, in our minds, we're like, this could be a really good investment if we get this at the right price. We put some sweat equity into it. We have some land, and then we'll have a renovated house. Not big, but we'd have a renovated house. So we contacted him. He called the listing agent so that we could put an offer in, and they had just accepted an offer literally within the same hour that he called. So that was extremely depleting. We had spent pretty much all of Sunday. We spent all of Sunday out there. And it felt like such a waste of time and just mental, energy, and just, oh my gosh. I was really just, immediately I was like, okay, well, that wasn't for us. I'm sure that was meant to be. It was, it was meant for someone else to get it, not us. There may have been like some really significant issues. Like our real estate agent was like, you probably got out lucky with that, because it looked like there was some foundational issues with the house. But we do foundational repairs all the time. So I don't know. it was disappointing. But like I said, I was like, okay, well, that wasn't the one that the Lord had for us. So we went out on, I think it was Tuesday. It was either, yeah, it was Tuesday. We went out on Tuesday to another property. We looked at that property, and this one had, they said 11 acres. It did not look like 11 acres. It looked more like 4 or 5 acres. And the acreage was not really usable. It was not in a great part of town. The house was pretty damaged by dogs. Wasn't, you know, when you go somewhere and you can like feel, you have to feel something, and you could have to see your family there. I could not envision us there at all. So that one was a no, and that was another few hours out of our day on Tuesday. So it's just been really, just been a lot. We're really, the market is, with the inflation and everything, and the price that we're paying for this house is becoming just such a burden. And I'm not going to go, a lot of you guys know, but we've had some problems living in this neighborhood, and it's almost like living in a high school with that kind of amount of drama, being so close to so many people, and the kids have had to deal with a lot of drama. And we've realized that, you know, neighborhood life is probably not for us, because we really are trying to live a more set apart life for our kids, to not be exposed to a lot of like worldly type things until they're ready, and we're immersed in it from just all day, every day. So we really need to get out of the community type, neighborhood type homes. I don't know if it's, we've lived in communities back in Charlotte, the Charlotte area, and the more rural outskirts of Charlotte, and we didn't have this problem. So I think there's a different type of, without sounding really ugly, there's just a different type of people here in Wilmington than what we're used to. And anyway, we need something different. So we're looking, and it's exhausting, and it's just a lot. And in this market, it can be really draining because the inflation is so bad, and what, you know, we're seeing are homes that people bought in 2020 for $200,000. They're trying to sell for $400,000, and it's really frustrating, because I'm like, you know, you're essentially price gouging people. You're trying to make a quick $200,000 on your investment, and it's just so burdensome to everyone who is needing housing. So I mean, for what we want to pay, we're looking at essentially a shack. So it's just really, it's depressing. It's, you know, and the reason we're looking now versus later is because we're hoping to find something soon that we can put some sweat equity into and make it worth the while. We are renting a lot and office space for our dumpster business, which is a lot of money. And we're hoping to find somewhere with some land, and that could alleviate that cost, so we could store our dumpsters on the land. So I'm sharing all of this with you guys. I'm probably oversharing what is going on in our life, but I like to share what we're doing, and just be very transparent about the stressors of making it in today's world, because it is quite difficult. So my husband asked me earlier, he was like, I need to know where your mind frame, where's your mindset? Are you wanting a nicer home, and then you having to go back to work part-time to help pay for that home while we get our other business off the ground? Or are you willing to significantly lower our housing standards and stay home with your kids and everything? And I'm like, oh no, I want to be home with my kids. I do not want to send my kids to public school. I do not want to be away from my kids days and nights, and then on the days that I am home be so tired that I'm really of no use to them. So yeah, I am 100% okay with living in a home that would be below what, you know, maybe smaller than what people would think that we needed, or that needed some pretty heavy renovations, etc. So that's where I'm at with it. I'm ready to be radical with this because it means that much to me. I want to decrease the stress load of the financial provision for our family on my husband, and I want to be home with my kids to teach them about the Lord, to bring them up, you know, in a godly home, and I want to be physically present for them. So whatever it takes to do that, I'm willing to do that. And that only goes to show that maybe God had a plan with really putting minimalism in my heart to kind of bring us to a place of more simplified living. And so if we do indeed end up downsizing significantly and finding a home on some land, I think we'll be embracing fully minimalism, which we're really looking to do. And I have gotten rid of probably I would say from the time I started, I would say I've probably gotten rid of maybe 30% of what could be gotten rid of, maybe 35. I would love to be closer to a more minimalistic lifestyle, so we're still working toward that. I still have too many clothes. The kids have too many clothes. There's too much and still in the homeschool closet and things like that. So we're working hard at coming to a place where that can be realized, and I'm excited about it. What?
I'm not Annie.
Is it time for bed?
No.
We just had some leftover chicken and dumplings, and it was delicious. We made a huge stock pot full of chicken and dumplings yesterday. You need more dumplings? Yeah. Did you like the chicken and dumplings? Did you get your belly full?
Mine does.
I need more dumplings. I need more dumplings.
Me too.
So we finished that off for lunch. Your belly? Oh, it's full. Your belly's full. That's nice. So that's where I'm at. I just wanted to share my thoughts, share where I've been this week, and let you know that we will still be vlogging and continuing to upload. But this is my quick video for today, just a quick life update, a quick share my thoughts on really honing in on simplified living and prioritizing being home with my family over materialistic things. So stay tuned for our journey. I hope we're able to you know, eventually come to a place that I feel like the Lord's leading us to.